Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. Let's collectively start our meditation this morning by bowing down to Shri Mataji, raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves into Bandhan. This morning I thought we'd follow Debbie's lead and play the 8-minute meditation, followed by a little silence and then our talk for the day, which is a Shri Krishna Puja talk given in the UK back in 1989. So we'll start that.
Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Just have a few moments of silence. Sorry, I've just had the other one start up again. Okay, should be right now.
Using my right Vishuddhi too much. So on the right Vishuddhi, you have to learn to have mauna, means silence. Those who think, who are very dominating, who are talking in a very dominating manner, whose right Vishuddhi is catching, should become silent and should, at least for some time, should not talk at all. Maybe you might fix one day, say you can do it on say, I'll not talk on Monday. But supposing Monday you have to work, so you should say, I'll not talk on Sunday. But human beings are such that if they decide they will not talk on Sunday, then Sunday they'll talk the most. And this shouting and then intimidating people, you have no right. You have no business to shout at anyone whatsoever. What is the need to shout? After all, you are a human being, another one is a human being. God has not given anybody, whether it is a husband, wife, children or anyone. But I find these days even children shout, the mother shouts, the father shouts. If you go in the house, you feel like running back because you will hear nothing but shouts. So this kind of a family system will completely finish that family, and there will be no beautiful relationship between each other and between the other people. Sometimes you can say the whole country is having nothing but shouting at one and shouting at another. All over you go, you find nothing but shouting. Even if you take your car a little bit this side, there will be a shouting. For the slightest excuse, they start shouting and spoiling their right Vishuddhi. Now, for politicians, they think it's the best way to shout because they can really impress people by their shouts. So they shout a lot, tell people this, that. When they speak, you should hear there's no sweetness in their tongue, nothing of the kind. But they shout, and by shouting, a person gets frightened. All right, you want the vote, we'll give you, but don't shout. That's how many people get elected and become big and think that they are very successful because they have been shouting. Then they have training for shouting, and they go in for a higher and higher education in shouting. How to shout, how to intimidate people by the loud voices. For Sahajogis, it doesn't behove. Sahajogi has to be a very sweet person. Extremely sweet. Now, when you are thinking of, say, Sri Rama as a person who was the king, and then you have got Sri Krishna who was a diplomat. So what is the divine diplomacy? You don't have to shout, but you change the subject. If you want to bring somebody to some conclusion, the best thing is first to change the subject. And gradually, if you are clever enough, then you go on changing, and you bring it back to the right thing. That's the clever thing to do. Otherwise, just by shouting, if somebody might say, yes, all right, I'll do it. By the time you are gone, he'll say, yeah, I'll do it. That means something else. So, see, he might say yes and yeah anytime. So to have a complete rapport with another person is to play with that person. That's what I did also in Russia. I went round and round and round and round and brought him to the point that we have to be very independent thing. And I managed it. That is Sri Krishna style. You see, because to face it, supposing somebody says, oh, this is my idea, I've decided to do this and that and everything, then you should say slowly, all right, now I would say what you are saying is correct, absolutely correct. I agree with you. And what do you think about the other thing, something like that. And then you should say, now, I can suggest, but I would like to suggest like this. If you can agree to it. See, gradually if you go and talk like this, things can work out. And people will feel really that you have taken time and you have spent that much time and have accepted the proposal and things. And then don't feel bad. So one has to know that what is the essence of all this diplomacy. Can you tell me? What is the essence of this diplomacy? It's benevolence. You have to achieve the benevolence of the whole humanity. This is the essence of it. If you are doing it, you are not doing for yourself, for your gain, you are not doing for the gain of any particular person, but you are doing it for the benevolence of the whole humanity. So once you know this is the essence, so what is the need to shout? By shouting, you are not going to achieve anything. So to play around with it and bring it to that point, which is benevolence, like Krishna was asked that you said that you have to tell the truth and it has to be also very pleasing. Satyam vadet, priyam vadet. He said, how can it be? These two things cannot be. Supposing you tell the truth, people may not like it, may not please that person. So he said, no, it should be satyam vadet, hitam vadet, priyam vadet. That tell the truth, tell for the benevolence, and tell the pleasing thing. Supposing you tell somebody the truth, he may not like that at that time. Supposing you tell that person, now don't go today by plane. He will not like it. What do you mean? I am going to go. So please don't go. I request you. Then he finds out that day the plane went and had a crash. So he thinks this was good because for my benevolence this is worked out. So this is something so good. So immediately he feels obliged to you and he thinks we have told him the truth by which it was his benevolence and that's why he is pleased. So in the long run, if you talk something for the benevolence of a person, but benevolence of the spirit, then such a person immediately thinks that we have really done such a great obligation on him, that you have saved him. If even you have to tell some lies for the benevolence, it does not matter. It will not have any effect. Because Shri Krishna, which is the deity, knows it. For example, a man is coming to kill somebody and you know where that man is hiding. He comes and asks you, where is that man? Are you supposed to tell him the truth? All right, he's there, go and kill him. No. So what you have to tell? You have to tell him that, see, I am not going to tell you, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Because what he is asking is unauthorized, is anadhikar. He had no business, he has no authority to ask such a question. And he has no authority to extract the answer from you. Whether you give him the answer or not answer is your right. So if you understand that it is not for the benevolence of the man who wants to kill, because tomorrow he will be hanged, and not also for the benevolence of the person whom he is seeking out. So if you do like that, then there is no problem. You will find most of the people will just like you because they will know that you are sincere, very honest, that you want to be benevolent. Now, as you know, I have told all of you everything, whatever I felt like about you. Most of the time, I should say, not all the time, but of course, most of the time. I have to also tell lies a little bit. But whatever I do, you will find out is for your benevolence, is for your good. I have to tell you. I cannot run away from that. I have to face it. So you cannot run away from telling people what you think is right for them, especially those about whom you are in charge. Like you have children, you've got a family, you've got other relations of whom you are in charge. Then best thing is that you have to tell them frankly what you think, what is right. Is your duty. Then people escape it also. Many people who don't want to face their children, I have seen, they'll give them toys after toys. They would not like to face their children, tell them, no, I don't like it, it is not good, I would like you to do like this and this. So discipline doesn't mean something very dominating of one person or two persons, but discipline means that whatever we do has to be for the benevolence of your spirit and the spirit of others. That is what is the Sahaja discipline, where you do everything for the benevolence of others and for the benevolence of your own ascent. Once you have established this idea of hita, of this benevolence, you have known the life of Christ, life of Muhammad, life of all these great people. Because what they have done is for the benevolence of the people. So I would say now we have the left Vishuddhi, and you know very well that left Vishuddhi is the lightning, in the lightning. Now what is lightning? She just shouts and roars. So a person who has got left Vishuddhi should actually become a person who can shout and who can scream and who can, expose others as she did. In the same way you have to do it. And that you should not be afraid, you should not worry, and you should not think, how can I do it after all? But mostly the people who feel guilty are a type which has lost its confidence and the ego has entered into the left side. It's a very complicated situation. So we have to be on the lookout that we are not feeling guilty. It's very important. Guilty for this, guilty for that. It's just a myth. We want to escape reality. That's why we say we are guilty. So you have to face it, your reality. Try to find out what's wrong with you and what's wrong with another person and face it. That is much better than to just say, oh, I feel very guilty and sitting down. Because Vishnu Maya is nothing but like an electricity. And electricity exposes people, she screams at people, shouts at people, she roars at people. So if you have a left Vishuddhi, then you have to use these methods. I would say a person who has an inferiority complex should go to the sea and address the sea and tell, I am the Lord of the sea, I am this, I am that, loudly. Those people who cannot speak on the stage, cannot come on the stage, they should go also same way. If they try, they'll become great speakers. It will be a very good idea for you to go and just to give a big lecture. And with that big lecture, you can always show that you are not suffering from any inferiority complex, but you are expressing yourself in a clear-cut way. Thank you. So, now you will see the power of Sri Krishna is of the throat of the right side, where what is the power he has got? The power is that his sweetness. He has the power of the shouting, or you can say with which vocal cord you can call it. He is the power of the vocal cord. But how does he use his power? Is for sweetness. It's a contrast. The same thing happens with Vishnu Maya too. Now Vishnu Maya is the potential power in the clouds. It's a potential one. But what she does is to scream, shout, and show her existence that she exists. Now all these photographs that you get and all these miraculous photographs you have been showing me are because of Vishnu Maya. She's the one, as electricity she acts. And she's the one who manages all these things very well. So though she's the sister of Sri Krishna, she's in a way very much subtler because she helps you in such a subtle manner. Now this mic, it has electricity in it. You'll be surprised my vibrations are passing through this. It is bombarding this. And from here they are going anywhere you want them to go. You can put a computer on the other side and you can computerize me. It is such a remarkable thing that the one which is supposed to shout, scream and roar is the one which is on the left-hand side, so that it exists in the people in a potential way, in the people who are feeling guilty, who are suffering from inferiority complex, who are sly, who feel they are good for nothing. She exists in them. See the contrast again. She exists in them, that her power, she exists in a person or expresses in a person who is not self-confident. And then she asserts her power by which persons become self-confident. This is how her working comes in, and that is potentially within us also. So when we talk of Vishnu Maya, we have to know that she's sitting down there. Any moment we decide, we can become great speakers, we can expose people, we'll be like lightning, we can roar, but normally we are not. So it gives balance to both sides of people. But in the center, when you rise, and the Kundalini rises, most of the people have their Vishuddhi Gautam. Most of the people. So they have to either see that they are not guilty, or they have to see that there is no shouting, nothing, they are not aggressive in their shouts, and plus they have to see that they are completely in balance with themselves. So they are in the central path by which they become sweet, kind and nice. Now there are many people who artificially become sweet, artificially. They have to take out some money, so they'll be extremely sweet and nice. Such people are really going to go to hell because they are using the power of Sri Krishna in a very absurd manner, and for that they cannot be spared. So those who are artificially sweet are good for nothing. You have to be really sweet and kind if you think of him as one who is Narayana, who is Sri Rama, who is Sri Krishna, and who is the Lord of your Vishuddhi.
Finish that there this morning and just have a quiet meditation. just say the morning prayer. May I this day be what you'd have me be. May I this day say what you'd have me say. May I this day be part and parcel of the whole, and may my thoughts be of a realized soul. May I this day have love for all mankind. Shri Mother, be in my heart and in my mind. We'll say the last verse of the 3 great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Thank you everyone for joining this morning. When you're ready to finish your meditation, please bow down to Shri Mataji, raise your kundalini and put yourself into Bandhan. Have a wonderful day everybody. Jai Shri Mataji.